Greetings, flesh wound horror freaks, and welcome to a brand new Halloween edition of Flesh Wound Horror. I'm Daniel Shine, joined by producer Todd Loya, back from exile.
Good evening.
Pugs Dread.
Namaste.
And Mike Kruger.
What's up, you sick motherfuckers?
You know I'm on like every other show, Dan. Like, I mean, it may not seem like it to you, but if you watch, our thing, I'm on like every day other than like 2.
You've missed a couple, but
know.
It happens. I'm just saying, it's good to see you.
The charges didn't stick. That's the bottom line.
Trying to be nice, man.
I didn't take it.
Happy to see my friend. Well, fuck me. All right, so we've got quite the show tonight.
Yeah.
Rare we get we get a lot of crazy movies, but I can't think of a show where we've had 2 this crazy on the same show.
This close together?
Yeah. I mean, probably not. Probably not, because between these 2, they're pretty fucking crazy. So, we'll get right into it, guys. So our first film of the evening is from Neon, and it is a French film from director Julia Ducournau of Raw fame. And in this one, following a series of unexplained crimes, a father is reunited with the son who has been missing for 10 years. TITANE, a metal highly resistant to heat and corrosion with high tensile strength alloys, which was
translates to titanium.
There you go. Which was implanted after an accident in the girl. So, all right. So, who wants to kick this one off? I almost struggle. I say film because what genre do you put it under?
It's a little of everything. I'm just going to say this.
Yeah, absolutely everything.
Fishnets and Cadillacs I was in.
Yes. A lot of skin. This is literally every genre. So
it really fucking is, dude. And
go for it, Bugs.
I'll go.
Right.
Fuck you, and I don't know where to fucking start. Like, in general, this movie's fucking cool as fuck to look at. Story-wise, it's fucking bonkers. This is a fucking roller coaster of a journey, and I'll be damned. I haven't seen anything like this in a long time or ever, because everything on the screen is fucking very cool. Homegirl did an amazing job. When it's time to get crazy, when it's time to get sad, or like panicky, outstanding. The dad character, holy shit, and he's not as dumb as we thought. Because for a second there, I'm like, dude, you really don't know, like you're really playing that stupid. And then they have that moment there, no spoilers, and I'm like, oh, thank God, because I'm like, you can't be that dumb. And there's these firefighters, I tell you. You think they know how to party, and then they get all judgmental. Fuck those guys.
Better send Michael Myers in there then.
Yeah.
Ooh, he's already in enough trouble for killing firefighters. I don't know.
That was the joke, Dan.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I think that might up it.
Michael's right. But okay, the gore in this, body horror, holy shit. So, my fucking Dan's hat off to you. My non-existent hat off to you. This is one of the most unique things I've seen in a long time, and I was just floored. I want to watch it again and again and again, but again, I don't have fucking time. Yeah, this just hits all the fucking cool buttons. I'm excited to find out what everyone else thinks about it, because I have a hard time rating this. I'm having a very hard time between 2 numbers, and I need to have this conversation. Okay.
You mentioned body horror, which is certainly there. I don't know. With this one, if I were pitching it to somebody, I would probably put horror, I don't know, second or third. Okay. I really thought...
I thought you were going to say, like, no body horror. I'm like, you're on fucking drugs.
Oh, no. It's definitely there, but it's kind of... and again, I'm not giving anything away, but it's kind of a love story. Not a romantic love story, but...
It is.
It really is. It's kind of a very sad and touching, which is...
Grief heavy after the fucking...
Yeah.
The I can't say it until after spoilers, but there's some shit that goes on in the beginning that gets us all hard, and it's fucking rad.
Yeah, and Vincent Linden, I believe is his name. That he, oh my god, like the emotion, Vincent Linden as a Vincent, like he sells pain so well. I mean, just that the entire film, that's not an easy role for him to play, and I look, as crazy as it is, this film is genuinely touching. It genuinely, I mean, I would even, I have no problem saying that this should be in consideration for an Oscar, multiple Oscars, in my opinion. It's probably going to be,
but yeah,
it won't because it's too weird.
Best foreign film, there's a chance.
Good call.
I certainly hope so, and I really hope people don't look into this one too much. Obviously, there's a ton of sex and there's some disturbing bits for sure, but don't look into this one too much. Just go in and enjoy the ride.
That's a good thing about the trailer. It really doesn't give you anything.
Yeah,
not a thing. And I was happy. I saw that first trailer, which doesn't give you shit. I can't remember.
I was like, in.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, I'm good. I love that director.
See, that's the one thing I was like, I'm on Raw.
Yeah, I'm not like completely like, I liked it, but Raw did leave me wanting a lot more, especially like kind of like in the brutality aspect. But holy fuck, I mean, this makes up for it big time.
Yep.
I mean, this movie, like, just the way it looks, like the cinematography alone in that opening scene with the whole car show, and like you said, Cadillacs and fucking fishnets. I mean, they know how to shoot the shit out of that, and it's just so aesthetically pleasing to see on screen, and the acting, like Agatha Russell, who plays what the hell is her name, Alexia, I loved her performance because she has to be so emotionless at certain points in the movie, and just the way that kind of contrasts how some of the emotion that gets brought out of her towards the end of the movie, I just think is so cool, and just that her personality and that character is just so fucking interesting. And I kind of like how they leave a lot of stuff, up for interpretation, or I don't think there's like a single right or wrong interpretation of how the story goes. I think they left it ambiguous for a reason. And the first half of the story is just, it's so visceral and brutal, and then the second half is just so touching and heartwarming, and it's like, wow, like just to see those two different aspects get brought together into a single story is just so interesting. And I mean, it definitely brings the gore for the gore hounds. There's definitely one kill in here that I thought was just absolute, not even just a kill, but the whole fucking scene that was just absolutely fucking phenomenal. If you're a gore guy, I will say I did like the first half better than the second half, obviously. And there was one thing I kind of wanted. I wanted a little bit more out of the ending. I'll talk about it in spoilers, but me and Ben Grimm were talking about it, and there's one thing they could have did that would have made it maybe a little bit cooler for me, and it totally would have I wouldn't be fighting between two ratings if they would have went where I wanted them to go in with that ending. But I still really, really love this a lot. It's it's maybe fighting for one of my favorites of the year. I'm not sure yet. I do definitely need to watch it again. I think this is one that once you watch it a second time and you know what you're expecting, you may be able to absorb everything better and have a better understanding of what they were going for. But I fucking loved it. I was really happy I got to see this in theaters too. So if you can see it on the biggest screen, you can. And I mean, this director is a fucking powerhouse. That I wasn't.
She's not fucking around.
Yeah, I mean, I was not expecting her to, this to come out of her after watching Raw. But holy hell, I mean, this brought it. So I'm interested to see what she's going to do next, and I really hope it's more stuff that like this that is a bunch of different genres, but they do pay respect to the horror fan. So yeah.
Yeah, and God, probably one of the most unique sex scenes I've ever seen in a film. Holy shit! It, yeah, guys, I really do hope you go into this.
Twice.
Go into this as blind as you can. I don't think we've given anything away. We will talk spoilers pretty heavy on this because I actually have a different take on the end, which we'll get into.
There's a shout out to Christmas Cruelty in there about that fire truck. So we appreciate that here at Flesh Wound. You good, Todd? Cool. Yeah, it's fucking awesome. We gotta find out what you think now, Todd.
Oh, I fucking loved it. I like not even. Yeah, I mean, I have no fighting on this rating.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird in all the ways I like it. I mean, it's got stuff Kruger I knew was gonna love. I like this. I like both halves of the film. But I know Kruger loved the first half. I mean, it's obvious.
But not weird just for weird's sake either.
No, we'll talk about that later.
It's weird too, because like even though it's all like there's a lot going on, it flows perfectly. I didn't even give a shit.
You know, I should ask this before we get into rating. What was like your live crowd like for this? If there
everybody was, what the fuck are we watching? Like after the movie ended, somebody said, "What the fuck was that?" Like out loud. So that was, I think everybody was just kind of like, "Holy shit, this is way more." Like I was expecting bizarre, but not to that level. I mean, and there's there's a point in the movie where you knew we were going weird, involving a certain POV shot, and that's all I'll say.
I think pretty like 10 minutes in, we're getting weird.
Yeah. I had at least. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I actually had. I'm pretty sure, 99% sure, a French couple that was in the theater.
Oh, nice.
I couldn't understand what the hell they were saying, obviously, but I was like, man, I wonder what they thought of it.
Did
fucking movie of the year.
Did you yell at them, "Free fries"?
I saw this with Evil Ed, and there's a certain scene. There's a couple of scenes where we look like, you glance like, dude, that's fucking rad. But this bitch is hard, and there's a sink, and we were just like, that's fucking, amen, brother. But when the movie ended and all the credits are up, Ed and I was like, yeah, all right, I see how the crowd's pussy. We only had like maybe 6 other people there, but they were lame.
That's about what I had. Yeah,
I had about a dozen. It was yeah, about a dozen.
Well, I saw it a few days after. Remember, I didn't see it opening.
Yeah,
yeah. Fucking Dan. I'd be paranoid the whole. Dan is the reason I see everything immediately.
There were no walkouts, which actually for this
there was one for me.
Really? Me. I don't know what they thought they were getting though, because if you saw the trailer, at least you knew this wasn't like a Hollywood film.
Once we get to the spoilers, I'll tell you it was something I brought up earlier. They're like, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
And I need one of those fucking spike things for my dreads. I think that'll come in handy, just like in the movie. Fucking awesome.
Well. Right, why don't we rate this bitch then? Yeah.
Well, Pugs had. Go ahead. I'm gonna let
Pugs. I'm still telling. You know what? No, I'm giving this movie a 5. This one's fucking cool as shit. I can't give it anything less. Like I was going back and forth between a 4.5 and a 5, because there's like very few things that I would have changed, but it's too cool. 5 out of 5 for me.
Oh, good.
No, I was gonna say I thought Pugs had a discussion, like he was weigh the options, and then he's like 5. But
that's what this conversation's for.
Well, and that's why I said I knew immediately. I'm a 5.
Me personally, I was kind of fighting too. I'm between a 4.5 and a 5. I'm gonna give it a 4.5 for now, and I will give it I am sure I will give it a 5 in a future viewing. But there's just one thing. If they would have just did one thing differently, it would have been an easy 5. But just something
Terminator
about
music.
Fair enough. Yes. But other than that, but I say this is definitely one that you need to see, and I'm gonna watch it soon again. So, what about you, Dan?
For all the blood, beaver, and body fluids that are in this film, it is genuinely touching, completely unique, you have not seen anything like it, and that's hey, I have to. It's a 5. I want to watch it again. I want more like this. It didn't feel like I've seen it 50,000 fucking times, which there've been a lot of recent movies that made me feel that way. So yeah, so this is the type of shit we need more of, and you need to support by great artists. And yeah, 5 all the way.
All right, man. I kind of felt we were going to be high on this one.
Did you give it a 5, Todd?
Of course.
Okay. But like cars and fishnets, dude. Like, yeah, it's just fucking like it's cool and it's a good fucking story with a lot of heart and meaning and goddamn.
Although I wouldn't have put those flames on that caddy, but
you're not a flamer guy, yeah.
That shit looked dope to me. But
all right, I'm Kane fan. I like fire.
Yeah, I wanted some gold flakes, but.
And for her being like, a petite lady, she knows how to twerk very well. And her dance moves are fucking pimp as shit, but we'll talk about that in spoilers.
Oh, and shout out to Hayden Cornelius of the Cornelius Collection. He couldn't join us tonight, but he did say that he loved it as well. So count that as 5 recommendations for TITANE. All right. So, all right. Well, moving on to our next film. I'm sure we'll be talking more about this in spoilers, obviously. But our next film from A24, 2 fantastic companies tonight, is Lamb, which is an Icelandic film from director Valdemar Johansson. And in this one, a childless couple, Maria and Ingvar, discover a mysterious newborn on their farm in Iceland. The unexpected prospect of family life brings them much joy before ultimately destroying them. All right, so Lamb. All right, I'm going to get this out of the way first, just in case you haven't, although if you're listening to a review, you probably have. But if you have not watched the trailer, that is a good thing. It gives way too much away. This is the perfect example of I wish I could have avoided seeing the trailer.
You think that gives too much away?
Oh, it gives way too much away.
I got to rewatch it because I don't remember it that well.
There's something huge that they give away that's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
well, I'm glad I don't pay attention to trailers that well. Then.
Same here.
I'm not holding it against the movie. That has nothing to do with the movie. But yeah, I wish I could have avoided that going in personally. Because again, TITANE's a perfect example. I don't know what the fuck this is about, but I'm going to see it. I think they have done the same here.
And they can do that with A24 stuff at this point.
Yeah, A24 I'm in. I'm in with A24. And so I really like this. Now, I think a lot of people are not going to consider it a horror film.
Wait. Pause. This was supposed to be a horror film? Like...
Oh, a lot wanted.
It was so. I'll tell you what. A24's marketing did call it a horror film multiple times.
100%.
Okay.
So,
well, like I said, I avoided the trailer too. So
yeah, no, they definitely pushed it as such. Now there are elements. I'm not saying that there's not. I think absurdist drama is how more people would classify it.
How about a fairy tale? With a lot left on the table.
Oh, absolutely. And I still include it in the horror genre personally, because I think I have a more broad view of what falls under horror. But I do think a lot of people will say, well, no, I don't think it is. This is really heavily influenced by Bela Tarr, who's a guy known for making really lengthy, minimalistic films. This movie is gorgeous. You could, the views and the Iceland is so beautiful. I could not get over how great this movie looks. And this one's going to be a little more split, though, I think, with people.
I think so too.
Very much so. I can tell because you guys are laughing. So I assume maybe
so is my audience the whole time.
Oh yeah, no, there's definitely humor here. There's absolutely humor here. I do wish that I could have gone in not knowing a thing, because I think some of the humor would have hit harder. But Noomi, excellent. One of the best actresses working today.
Elizabeth Shaw from Prometheus.
Yes, Prometheus, the original girl with the dragon tattoo, who I do still prefer.
Better one.
Wait,
what? You were gonna prefer Rooney fucking Mara? Fuck that.
No,
bitch.
I said I prefer her over Rooney. Okay. I don't think Rooney was bad.
Rooney's dog shit.
I like the third one too.
I just haven't seen that one, but the girl at another tattoo train, the one with the train.
Okay, yeah. But man, this is still a film about grief. And it works really, really well. Again, I don't want to make people think this is a dark comedy. It has those moments of what the hell am I watching kind of deal. Now, I will say this. I do have some criticisms. I don't know. This is another film, and I've said this a lot recently. I don't know if there's enough story there to sustain it for its runtime, to be fair.
What was the runtime on this one?
Let's see exactly.
Well, I did. Okay, I thought maybe you had it up. I can.
106 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, hour 46.
It felt about that. It didn't. Yeah.
They could have easily have gotten it down or expanded. I think some of the relationships with the brother and everything, they could have had a little more there, possibly. I love the end.
I got enough.
I'll tell you like this. I was clock watching until the brother showed up. It was like that whole first part could have been done in 10 minutes. I was like, then when the brother shows up, it picks up for me. Then I was interested.
Well, yeah, because the brother shows up drunk, smoking a cigarette. Of course you like that, man.
Well, no, because then we have someone who represents the audience. Like what the fuck?
I think they wanted to establish their like empty relationship that they had, no passion.
They didn't have a purpose until Ada showed up, which was adorable as fuck, and I want one. Dan, I think I'm closer to you than I want to be fair. I don't know what they think yet, but I enjoyed it. I don't think it's fucking like amazing, like Dan, you're kind of making it out to be. It's more like in the middle.
I have my criticisms, but yeah.
But still, you're pretty. That's fine.
I like it.
But yeah, I got like fairy tale vibes from this. And, but I can't say that's a spoiler. This movie rests on the acting of fucking Elizabeth Shaw. What's her real name again? Girl with Dragon Tattoo.
I always forget. Noomi Rapace.
We'll call her Noomi.
I don't know how to say her last name, but Noomi. Yeah.
Noomi is just captivating. I thought she was the heart and soul of the fucking movie, minus Ada, because again, adorable. Minimal, but like I got it. I wanted more because there's something very cool that pops up at the end. It's like, well, I want a sequel or I need some backstory because what the fuck?
I know what you wanted, and I'll call it in spoilers.
Okay.
I think there was an event that was teased that you might have wanted.
Yes, I think if we're on the same page, I'd watch the shit out of that. I've seen Angela's Ashes. Fuck yeah. But yeah, I think this rests on Noomi's fucking performance, and it's worth watching. I don't think you need to go to the theater for this, even though it is fucking gorgeous and beautiful. I probably would have liked it more watching it at home streaming or a VOD. But yeah. I like it. I don't love it as much as Dan. So now, Mr. Kruger.
Yeah.
What say you?
Well, you already brought up the cinematography, like the Icelandic setting. I mean, it complements that really, really well. And, A24, that's kind of their thing. They like to make, beautiful looking horror films. And they accomplished that here with that. Acting is great. I like the husband too, though, and the brother. Like, I thought everybody all around, like, Noomi was great, but I think there was no areas where, the acting wasn't really strong. The characters were really well done. I kind of liked how we learned about, the husband and wife's past really subtly. So, you kind of really need to focus and even like pay attention to certain things in the room to kind of uncover some of the stuff behind their characters. And, the story makes sense. Like I kind of knew what they were going with, once Ada comes into play and she's born. And I really liked watching how, the other animals were reacting to her. Like the cat, would just look at her and be like, what the fuck is this? Or, the one sheep that, kept bugging out. Yeah, the mother. I loved watching those little interactions and watching the brother react to like that was where the movie was really strong for me. Was some of that unintentional humor I thought was kind of clever. I really wanted to like the ending, but there's a couple of things that just could have made this so much fucking cooler. And not even like huge things that would change the story, but there's tiny things you could have did with that ending to make it more lean into the horror genre and satisfy the horror fan. And I think because this was actually marketed so much as a horror movie, the ending left me pretty disappointed. But overall, I didn't regret watching it. I do think it's one of the weaker A24 horror films that we have gotten. I would put it more on the level of something like False Positive, rather than something like Hereditary or Midsummer, or, The Lighthouse. But I do recommend checking it out, but I don't think you need to see it in theaters either. I think this is, one you could easily watch at home, and you may like it a little bit better if you're not spending all that money for couple tickets. So but do check it out. I think there's going to be an audience for this for sure, but for me personally, I wanted a little bit more than what we got, but I did still like it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I don't think this stops a little short of being a masterpiece, and you named some masterpieces: Hereditary, Midsummer, Lighthouse. Those are all
Saint Maud.
For me. Those are all masterpieces.
Which did just get a Blu-ray release date. Yeah, in November.
Oh fuck yeah! Really? I missed it today.
Figured you'd be
really
excited.
half fan.
Who's putting it out?
Well, Lionsgate.
Okay, so it wasn't like some set
and there
deal. Okay.
And there was a UK I think a Zavi UK Steelbook release around when it came out.
Yeah, I'm just glad more people will get to see it now. So
Dan, see, physical media does not mean more people are going to see it.
There's still some fans though that don't buy it on VOD.
No. It's been on Hulu for like months, and then wasn't it also on Amazon at the same time?
I thought it was just Amazon, but I could be wrong.
No, it was on both.
Oh,
so this has been easily accessible. I mean, maybe your granddad might want to pick up the Blu-ray, but it's not going to make more people see.
I'm still glad because I think that one is.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but that's not going to put any more eyes on it than it already has. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, still, I'm happy. But this is definitely not going to satisfy a lot of people.
But what did Todd think?
Like,
or not?
Yeah, go ahead, Dan.
Oh no, I go ahead, Todd. I thought maybe
he's pausing. Fill the air.
Yeah, I do think that this is something. Again, you have never seen it before at all. If you really want to have like a fun theme, it has nothing in common, but double it up with Black Sheep. If you just wanna...
I fucking love Black Sheep.
Hey, is it not a fun double feature? Even though this is
5 fucking stars for Black Sheep. I don't give a fuck. I love that movie.
We'll have to cover that sometime.
And for the record, we're not talking about the Chris Farley David Spade movie.
No. That one's okay. No. This one's way fucking better.
Yeah, that's maybe the killer sheep movie that some people want out of this. Which it's not. But Ada, hey, I could see Ada swinging a chainsaw. That would have been cool if they went that route. They didn't.
I think I'm closer to Kruger. Like I said, it was. If this would have been 30 minutes short, I would have loved it.
Yeah. Could have got all the Icelandic setting in there in the 30 minutes too.
Yeah, I mean,
compliment that.
Like Kruger, I'm not happy. I'm not disappointed I watched it, but I'm not in love with it. I knew Dan would be balls on his chin, but
Not compared to some others. I had some
Bro,
criticism.
the first like 10 minutes of this review, you were sucking it pretty hard.
Pretty
Like,
hard.
You got some shit right
do
here.
I do really love it.
And then you're like, I had some complaints, but you never told us what they were.
oh, I did. It's too long. That's my big criticism.
Okay.
My other
so do you think it should have been as short?
Not as short, but
See?
it could have
Cut
been
off 3 minutes. It would have been.
It could have been an 80 or 90-minute movie. There's a few things I would have done differently. The brother, I mean, it's a very minimalist film, and it doesn't spoon feed you a lot of
the
stuff.
The brother was awesome.
They could have done more with the brother. I mean, again, I still love it for what it is, though, and we'll elaborate more.
I think I liked it better than Green Knight.
Yes,
I don't know if I did.
I
go back and forth.
It could win that battle because I know Green Knight disappointed a lot of people. Again, expecting things from it that I kind of knew it wouldn't be, but yeah, I would rank this a little higher than Green Knight for me too. Okay. Green Knight is behind this, and those other movies I mentioned are ahead of this. So, hey, we could do an A24 horror ranking at some point. I don't know how many movies there are in total, but there's probably enough to do.
Only if we do a Spectrovision one.
And yes, but after the Blumhouse one to make that.
Oh God,
the entire catalog, Dan.
Oh, I'd just say no to that one. I'll just put a mannequin up here with my hat, and
it'll probably be a better host.
Maybe. But any other comments before we rate it and get into spoilers, guys?
No, not for me.
All right. So again, not perfect. I love it. I do want to watch it again. I'm sure there's things you pick up on, but it is a 4 out of 5 for me. I really, really enjoy it, and I will be picking it up. But not quite a masterpiece. Not everything has to be. What say you, Kruger?
I'm tossed up between a 3 and a 3.5. Because it doesn't stick the landing with the ending, and there's also another thing that really pissed me off. I totally forgot to. I'll talk about it in spoilers, but I'll go with a 3 out of 5. But I probably will watch this again down the line, and I could like it maybe to a 3.5. But I don't think it's ever getting above that.
And I will also pitch what I'd like in a sequel that will never happen. But what do you rate it, Pugs?
Todd, what do you rate it?
I know.
I couldn't remember what order you went.
Oh, it doesn't matter what order. I was just going to say, I went back and forth between a 2.5 and a 3, but ultimately I liked it. It is above average. May not be one I revisit often, but I will give it another shot, kind of like Kruger. So I'm a 3.
Right on. I am a 3.5 out of 5. I liked it a lot, but there's a lot left on the table we can explore. Possibly in sequels, which I
tell you how they would. I'll tell you how it would have bumped up to a 5 for me.
Oh, I already know.
Cool. So if you've seen it, stay tuned for spoilers.
Yeah. So we want to just do the spoiler warning, Dan.
Well, first, just to let everybody know, be sure to listen to all of our shows, our Chucky show and everything else. /Tober, Fear Itself, Halloween Kills. We've got a lot of content for you guys, so check it out. Patreon.com/FleshWoundFeatures. It all starts at just $1. FleshWoundFeatures.com. Check out the links to the Teespring store, and don't forget, hit that thumbs up button here on YouTube and hit the notification bell. It really helps the channel grow. Comment, give your thoughts, even if you think we're full of shit, that's fine too. Do that in the comments. And so spoiler warning, guys, we are going to talk more openly about these films now, so you definitely don't want these spoiled for you.
Okay.
So we want to stay on Lamb first.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
keep with Lamb. So
okay. Oh, I was gonna say, guess what what would have made it a 5 for me.
Fucking brother raping that chick in that closet.
That's not exactly what it was, but yes, that would have also. I was gonna say
that's what I was thinking. Don't take no for an answer.
I thought it was gonna be like the dude fucked the sheep to have the kid.
Oh,
I see. I was
too.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking there too.
I kind of had a
Angela's
vibe.
Ashes.
I didn't
You
think it was
ever
going to get that fucked up, though. Like, I don't know. I just had a vibe when I was getting into it. I was like, I don't think this one's going to be. I think it's going to be more fairy.
Fairy tale.
Tale.
It needed it though. But
Dark.
everyone here have you guys seen Angela's Ashes? I just remembered they didn't fuck the sheep. They were jerking off to the sheep. So.
Oh, that's been a long
Dan's
time.
like amateur.
Yeah, it's a true story too, by the way.
But yeah. Oh, go ahead, Kruger.
The death of Dick Long is actually based on Dan. But he survived.
That is a good movie, but I
The
don't
best
want to give anything
non-A20
away with that.
That's the best non-horror A24 film. It is horrific though. What happened to Dick Long? So
I pimped that to a lot of people who went and
Oh my
looked up
God.
reviews and ruined it. I told them.
So for me, the one thing that made me mad, this has another one of those A24 endings, and this even took it to another like whole other level because they went on that fucking shot of just Noomi's face for like 2 fucking minutes. I'm like, end the motherfucking movie already, you cocksucker. We're not doing anything here. Like, come on.
We know what you're doing.
So yeah, like no, I already called it like tenfold. Like at least Green Knight had some like, well, I mean this did too, but just they held that pause way too long, and I was just like, all right, I already know this shit's ending here. Like we're not getting any more. So
can we get back to that Ram man?
yeah, back to him. I would have liked it better if he didn't use that gun. I don't know. Him using the gun kind of threw me off. I would have liked to see him, brutally kill that motherfucker, rip his head off, or even if they would have broke his neck in a disturbing way. I just didn't like him getting shot. Yeah, I mean, hold on. Let me finish, Dan. I understand what they're going for because, the gun killed the fucking mother. I get that, but I don't know. I thought it would have been cool to see him primally just murder this motherfucker. And if they would have went with some, or just, maybe have his head fucking explode. I don't know. Just give me some more horror there than, just him dying a slow, painful death from a gunshot wound. The creature was cool, but
it's also having his kid taken away from him at the same time. That's pretty shitty.
I think you needed to see him whimpering a little bit and have that emotion in the goodbye, though. That's the only problem. With
that's
that,
the second child they've lost too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
So
yeah.
like,
There was
like
one.
they
There was
made-
like 3. Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe that was. All I remember is seeing the grave say Ada, and they named that fucking. They named the Lamb actor too.
Yeah, I don't know if
that's why they were
showed all the
crying in the
writing.
beginning.
Yeah.
But that's why they were crying separately in the beginning because they were like, that was their whole purpose. Now they're lost.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
But the Ram guy though, we definitely needed more of him. Like, you can't just show up like that, all fucking cool, and not give me anything.
That's my sequel pitch. I've got one, but it won't happen. The teen angst version. I want Ada as a teenager, just being like, "Fuck you, Dad! I had Nintendo and VHS. Well, I'm in like
I was watching handball, you fucking dick."
Yeah, I want Ada. I want the teen angst version. Fuck it, just do it. It doesn't fit at all, but just fucking do it because it'd be so funny. I don't know what that.
Come on, Blumhouse, take the remake.
Real talk though, Ram Man got spoiled in the fucking trailer, and that really upset the fuck out of me. Yeah, you could see it in the eyes of Ada in the trailer. Like you could legit just see him chilling there. I'm like, motherfucker, because that's how I knew. So there was another one because I knew Ada was a girl, so. I knew it wasn't this fucking, this hulking Ram dude. I didn't think she was going to turn into that unless they were going to pull like a splice or something. Hold on a second. If they would have pulled a splice, that actually would have been really fucked up. Imagine Ada fucking. Oh no, I'm not even going to go there.
Something none of us mentioned yet was how the performances they got out of the animals. Like just the mom, like that was pretty clever. I know, but they captured like real. You watch that movie again, and I was like, man, they got some really.
Some of them look pretty sinister. I'll give you that, but I think it's fighting.
And they're just animals, dude. I had to look away when they're yanking stuff out the vag. I was like, yeah, I don't want to see that.
That looked fucking real. I don't think that was.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah.
No, it was for sure.
Yeah, Noomi
so I was like, yeah, that's not prosthetics. I'm not.
I don't know if I could have actually have done that. if I were acting, because I think I might puke. I just don't know if I could do
Well,
it.
you're not committed.
Did the CG way they had the lamb on her head bother anybody else a little bit?
It was very Paddington.
Yeah, you could really tell. Like
The reason I
didn't
forgave
bother
it
me. It
is
made me
because
laugh.
one arm was like a regular lamb arm, so like it should be a little flat. So I was like, it fits.
Wouldn't you love to see the rough cut without the effect? Just have it play out that way.
Oh my god, it was
That
like
would
when
have
I
been
saw
funny.
when I saw the Predator or whatever the last Predator movie was.
Yeah,
and the like ram dogs were like some just guys crawling around in gray suits.
Why has nobody ever put that out just as an extra feature to be funny?
Because they don't. Yeah, well, work prints. Well, normally they leak, but yeah. Sometimes they do little footage of before and after. I would have loved them to do it with that because I was dying.
Or a side by side. Yeah, that would take you out of the movie unless you're making the fucking thing.
Reacting to green bodysuits. I just think it would be funny. But yeah. Anything else on Lamb?
No.
I'm good.
Cool.
Should have cooked up that bitch.
Loneliness, isolation, grief. It hit all of the
staples. Dude, when the brother started feeding her fucking hay or whatever, that grass, I was like, you're a dick.
You're sheepy. Yeah.
He came around though. I actually thought like, he's actually gonna shoot her. Which I think maybe this all ends here and it's just gonna be like a bloody confrontation with the brother.
Now, with that aspect, did you think that had something to do with maybe Ada had some type of powers? Because, like, I don't know, I didn't see that 180 turn happening just like that. Like, I was assuming he was definitely going to shoot her in the head. I thought it maybe it had something to do with her being mystical.
Yeah, I mean, you could interpret it that way. I mean, there's definitely an absurdist vibe.
That's how I felt because he seemed like a complete. Because, like, in my opinion, he was a complete like douchebag up until then, and then, you know, when Ada wasn't around him, that's when he started to act like a douchebag with the mom as well.
I mean,
I never thought that.
For sure. Yeah, no, hey, it's a good point. You could look at it that way. I mean, his reaction to her in general. Like, I come home and my brother and his wife have got like that, and it's like supposed to just be normal. I'm losing my fucking mind. I'm calling National Geographic, and you know.
Yeah, but they're also dealing with a fucking dead kid, so like, cut them some slack.
But like, guys, like, let's talk about the human-animal hybrid here.
Well, like when it registered to him, like, oh, that's their grieving thing. They can't process it, so they're trying to put all their love into this fucking thing. Maybe I won't be a dick and say anything, but I'm gonna grab.
I just been like, bro, did you fuck? Did you fuck a sheep? Like, what the fuck is this bullshit?
Legit question. Like, explain yourself. It's a miracle. Okay,
a miracle.
But yeah, more Ram Man, please. In his own movie, give him his own horror movie because that shit was cool.
Just walking around the fucking Icelandic forests like fucking Bigfoot. I'm in.
All right. So, all right. TITANE, where to start on this one? I think
nipple biting.
The ending. That's another issue though. Again, like I think I know what you probably
Terminator
wanted,
music,
but I think you would lose something in the drama. Yeah. I think you'd lose something in the emotion between the father and what he was considering his new son. I think you would have lost something.
Don't assume it's a boy, sir.
Well, whatever.
Don't assume his gender.
Model
and make.
Dan just said whatever. Dan, that was very dismissive.
Well, it was a
hashtag cancel Dan.
If the body just like exploded or something, it might have been too much. You would have lost the emotion,
I don't think so. I think the emotion's there as soon as he picks up the baby and is sitting down with it. I mean, I don't think you're going to lose that having a little bit more horror to the moment. With me, I wanted to see her explode, or her birth, the birth. Well, no, not like the birth be more graphic. You know what I mean? Like the birth wasn't extremely graphic. I would have liked to, like you saw it. no, you saw it from like the side, but I would like to, I don't know, maybe see
full
more,
on?
see more vaginal trauma. I mean, like
Pop
I
that
want,
trunk open, honey.
yeah,
See
I
that
wanted,
shit.
I wanted to see something a little bit more there. That or have you know, the baby have a Terminator face. That would have been really fucking cool too. Like I'm just saying, like just to have, or even
This is the origin story of Kano, dude.
or even if like I don't know, I thought that would have been cool, or even if it would have just had the thing like she had on the side of her head, I would have been fine with that too. I just thought the whole spinal cord thing, yeah, that I thought was a little bit lame. I would have preferred, you know.
I thought it was cool. I do want to say, sex scene of the year.
Which one, the fire truck or the Cadillac? Or the dad?
Let's see.
Well, almost.
I was gonna go with the Cadillac, but that's just me biased.
So like, how cool is it that that this director saw The Imposter and was like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking add that into the story, because that's 100% what this is.
Oh yeah, no,
The Imposter documentary, like,
Yeah.
It's to a T, you know, even with everybody's reactions and around them and shit.
I did not catch that. Good call.
Has she talked about that in any? I haven't really watched.
I mean, it's fucking obvious. So even if she's trying to keep it a secret if she hasn't said it, but I mean, Ben Grimm pointed that out to me actually when we were talking about it on Discord, and yeah, it's too like I watched The Imposter pretty shortly after I watched this, and
streaming on Peacock right now.
Peacock, Tubi, Prime.
Yeah,
I looked up if it was streaming too. I need to rewatch it now.
Yeah, it's crazy. Although, like, especially like this, Ben brought it up. Like the second she's in the bathroom and she starts cutting her hair and she was looking at the missing person, like you get that vibe 100%.
And
that broken nose. Fuck.
I should say that portion of the story. Obviously, it's not realistic, but that portion actually kind of is. I could totally buy that in that scenario, and I do need to watch that again. It's been a while.
It's the same thing. Like this foreign dude pretended to be this guy's missing or this family's missing child, and he dyed his hair, and you know he learned about the kid when he talked to the sister and played off, and everybody was like, "What the fuck are you guys doing? This doesn't even look like your son." But you know, I just.
How long was he missing in the Imposter doc?
Like I think it was like 3 or 4 years. Something.
Okay,
like
so
that.
not long enough to. Yeah. But hey, you want to believe
to transition? Like that's what she should have just said. Oh yeah, I'm a girl now.
That's what I kind of thought. Well, obviously at a certain point, yeah, he walks in on something, but he knew at that point. But yeah, I was like, maybe you want to do that one just early and not have to go through all this.
So let's talk about the fucking kills. So the first fucking kill, that shit was out of fucking nowhere, and like you know,
she got tired of dealing with the Dan. I can understand completely.
Well, and just her getting him with the fucking hair needle in the ear, and just him convulsing and shit, and the foam coming out of his mouth. It was just so awesome. And then after she goes and has some fucking car sex, and the POV shot I was talking about is when you see like the upskirt of her and like all the car oil shit is leaking out her vag. Like that's the part where one of the guys in my theater got up and was like, all right, I'm out. To be honest with you, I totally thought it was shit at first. So like maybe he thought the same fucking thing. And then that kill sequence we get with the chick from Raw, I thought it was cool to see her return for this. But when she got the fucking hair needle in the cheek, oh, that fucking just looked like it hurt so fucking bad. And then after she's done killing her, I loved the roommate walks in, and then fucking
how many of them are you?
yeah, and then Alexia fucking gets him with the fucking chair, the leg chair in his mouth, and crushes it into his fucking face. And at first I was worried we weren't going to see it, but then we got this nice panning shot of her sitting on the chair while it's in his fucking jaw. That was just so awesome. And then they bring in another character and another character after that. I just loved how it was just one person after the other coming out.
When she was winded and asked like, how many more? That shit cracked me up.
Yeah, that was so fucking awesome. I did feel bad for the one chubby black dude though. Like I was like, why you guys kill him, man? Like,
Be friendly.
Fucking he just gave you a hug, dog. Like, come on, he doesn't need this shit.
I get future star vibes from the actress. I could actually like see her in like some big mainstream thing after this now.
Yeah, she's brave as fuck and she's committed as hell, dude. Yeah, I can see that too.
It's not an easy role. She had to hit a lot of different emotions. Not dialogue heavy, certainly, but
so how about those stupid fucking firemen being all judgmental when she started dancing like a stripper? To be fair, they did think she was a dude, but like props on the moves because like he was getting down. I like also you're half naked men dancing with each other. That's weird that she's up there. Okay. Pick your battles, guys.
Sid and Myers.
Yeah.
So that scene when what's the father's name? Fireman. Vincent. Yeah. Did he OD? What was that scene? Like I was confused.
Pretty sure.
Oh yeah, he definitely OD'd. That was like the steroids or whatever, testosterone.
He bubbed.
But like I thought he had air in the fucking needle. Like that's what it looked like. It straight up looked like he had air in the needle. And I'm like, did he fucking kill himself? Like I was kind of confused there for a second.
I thought it was a misdiagnosis because like he shot himself up twice, but fuck, maybe there was air.
Yeah, I thought that I need to rewatch it, but I could have swore he fucking just shot. I was like, this fuck just killed himself by shooting himself up with some air. Like, goddamn, the Omen style shit.
This one's weird because you could do a sequel. I think it would be much more conventional then and be more of a sci-fi story more than anything. But I don't think I really want it. I don't know.
I don't.
But you could do it.
I want a prequel, and it's just Alexia.
Her growing up?
Just Alexia growing up and killing motherfuckers. Like,
I want that. Her doctor visits explaining like why she's, she has these, clearly it's brain damage, but like, you got counseling because like maybe they saw early signs because like clearly she has a fucking problem with her parents. Especially her fucking dad. I thought her mom was fine, but like she let her burn too.
So, what do you guys think the actual thing was like with the whole car sex and the metal in her head? Obviously, it has some type of correlation. So
that accident fucked up her development, and that's how she's able to give birth to a fucking hybrid, half human, half car. No fucking idea. Nor do I care because it's fucking rad. But yeah, I really got nothing.
I just hope they
was that also just in her head too, her perception.
See, that's what I was gonna say too.
I that's how I interpreted that because I mean, yes, she got knocked up, and you could.
So hold on. So maybe she fucked the corpse that she murdered.
No, see, I thought I thought
she was obviously active. Yeah, because there was a lot of weird shit with that dad at the beginning. I mean, they don't elaborate, but you can tell that things are not quite right.
Hugs is like, yeah, I'm liking this
one. I need to see this again. Yeah, that fucking makes total sense. That's why she was fucking kicking his seat. It's like, as soon as we get home, I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you, you little bastard. And then, they get in a car accident, and then that's why she fucking left because she was pregnant.
Yeah, I mean that's what I took from it. Now again, this is the type of movie
I was taking that fucking face value. I was like, Cronenberg, they fucked the car, go for it.
Hey, you can still run with that if you choose to. Yeah. It doesn't explain. Yeah, is what I love about it because you can get a lot of things. But yeah, I was thinking the same. I was like, either it doesn't necessarily have to be the abuse angle, but that's how I tend to lean a little bit more. Although it could just be trauma, and she was perceiving all this.
See,
and,
I was
know.
looking at it more of like looking at it more literal and thinking like
Same.
maybe this is like some type of scientific experiment.
you could go, it could be.
With whatever they planted in her skull, because obviously it wasn't just it wasn't just metal. If she could have fucking sex with cars and she's leaking and fucking has a goddamn giant pregnant metal belly and shit, so I don't know. I'm interested to see what the director would have to say about it. And like,
it's a prequel to what was it? That tire movie.
Rubber.
You could tie them in somehow,
and then
the
you can
car
throw
got fucked up, but it still survived as rubber.
You can throw in like her scratching at the belly because she wants that thing out of her that her dad put in. There's a bunch of stuff you can read into if you go that route.
And she let the mom burn because she knew it was happening.
Yeah, I choose to look at it not the sci-fi route. But hey, if there were a sequel, I think you'd have to kind of go more the fantastic route. With
I
the
like
sci-fi,
both.
but they both cool. Yeah.
That honestly, the fucking the perception never fucking dawned on me, and that's brilliant. I feel like a dumbass for not thinking that.
Childhood trauma. It would be her that car was just symbolism for the dad, as fucked up as that is.
But I also want to believe that this car can impregnate a woman and that she can give birth to a little Terminator.
Yeah, that's how I choose to go with it. I'm glad. I wasn't too sure. Like when I first watched it, and she started banging, it didn't click until later in the movie, to be honest. And I was like, wait, no, because this could really just be the dad. Because there were those moments like when she was coming home, and there's a lot of weirdness there from the very beginning. But it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't like just directly hammer it into your head, which I liked.
Yeah. Fuck. That's a whole new fucking way to look at it. I love it. I fucking love TITANE.
But the sci-fi is cool too. Like the sci-fi is cool too. I don't mind seeing like a little cyborg. It could go like full RoboCop, and I would be okay with the sequel. So
actually, when the credits started rolling, I turned it and I went dun 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 dun, dun. And he's like, "Oh fuck yeah, that would roll too."
Oh, I'm a RoboCop though over the.
Well,
hey, that's fine with me.
I'm the RoboCop.
Pugs made her a trophy, so.
Yep.
But yeah, the fact that we all have these different interpretations tells you what a good film it is. Lamb, there's not. I mean, that's why, like I said, comparing the two, Lamb's not quite the masterpiece because there's not. That movie's all pretty plain. I mean, it's all there. That one's, I don't think I can come up with alternate theories for Lamb. Maybe I.
Other than what the fuck happened to all those goddamn, like, what's up with all those graves? But
yeah,
I think just miscarriages, probably.
That makes sense.
I thought they were.
I need to see it again. I don't know if they showed years on them all. And
I mean, his daughter drowned, so because that's why he checked the river first.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, that's true. That's true. But I feel like TITANE's going to keep growing even more.
That's going to definitely have a fucking. I don't even know if a cult following is the word for it, but it's definitely going to have a fucking following.
It will be a cult following. I mean, it's still one of those movies. I feel like the average person is gonna be, this is like weird crap. But I can explain that this one is not just being weird crap. I will have that battle.
I really gotta watch it again. Hoping I can get it on VOD pretty soon.
I have a feeling with Neon, it's gonna be pretty. It will. A few more weeks, probably.
I really hope it does get a 4K as well because it deserves it.
You probably have to buy it on digital for the 4K.
Well, I mean, Possessor got 4K, so
that's the company it's from. That was
from, nepotism.
True, but this also had more theaters than Possessor too.
But no, that was the they like put Puppet Master the RLJ. They put Puppet Master on 4K. Neon's through Universal, and they're pains in the asses about that. We didn't even get what did they just put one out? The Warner was Night House, but they're a little more pain in the ass unless it's like Fast and the Furious putting it on 4K. Unfortunately,
Candyman. What are you talking about? Maybe
Candyman did get a 4K, but
of course they did.
Oh, hey, since we're getting the Jurassic Park spinoff, we can get Fast and Furious and TITANE. Cars,
Okay.
family, Vin Diesel. I just want him to pop up at the end of the credits.
Now with the fucking
giving his
possible
family
incest
speed.
rape, I do want
Only,
the fucking.
only if The Rock pops up and drops that hot fire again.
I just want him to like raise his eyebrows, go, what the fuck? Something like that. Just at the end of it.
That. I watched the fuck out of that.
We always book cooler movies, but yeah, no, hey, I'm glad I figured this one would go more than ever, and this isn't a any more spoilers because I have a non-spoiler thought. But so guys, if ever before, guys, please weigh in on these movies, our theories and everything. This was a really good discussion. So if you have some too, like I said, TITANE, I'm gonna watch it immediately when it comes out again, which tells you something because I don't really get to do that a lot. So now
I want to watch it with a non-movie fan, like someone that doesn't watch a lot of movies, and I want to like, what do you think?
I think this is a watch along. This is a watch along when the VOD comes out, so we can just all watch
when
it together.
When are we gonna get Ozzy to watch Trauma? Ozzy's got to nut up. It's Halloween. We'll at least watch Trauma because that's been like 4 years in the making now.
It's on Ozzy.
It's a Chilean film. Just tell him Chilean cinema.
You know, we'll see how long he lasts.
The opening scene of that movie, dude. Like he's done.
Yeah,
so fucking good though.
I agree. It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, he's gonna last that. Not even that. But on that note, I know Pugs has to go to bed.
Oh, yes. Thanks for staying up with us, Pugs. Yeah, I think I did all our pimping. So we hope you're enjoying your Halloween. Stay tuned. As I said, content every day. Catch up on /tuber and all that good stuff.
Fucking A. With that being said, let's get out of here. Mr. Dan.
Good night, guys. And Ada loves you.
Mr. Todd.
Good evening.
Stay sick, motherfuckers.
And I'll see you in Disneyland.